Welcome to Adventist News Update, where we let you know what's happening in Adventist news around the Bahamas and the world. The 17th annual Seventh-day Adventist Law Enforcement Officers and Civil Servants Thanksgiving Service was held on Saturday, February 18th at the Centerville Seventh-day Adventist Church on 5th Terrace in Centerville. Tribute was given to our uniformed officers and civic workers under the theme, God with Us. The Governor General of the Bahamas, His Excellency Sir Arthur Folkes and Lady Folkes were in attendance. Also representing the government was the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Tommy Turnquest, along with a number of other dignitaries. Pastor Paul Scavala, president of the Adventist Church in the South Bahamas Conference, was the keynote speaker. He used the scriptures to outline a model for our country from Philippians 2 verses 5 to 11. Pastor Scavala said that Jesus, who is the light, had to enter a world of darkness in order to dispel the onslaught of sin. He further said that every civil servant has that same challenge, to be a light that would dispel the darkness of crime, abuse, and poverty by reaching out and touching lives throughout the Bahamas. The Seventh-day Adventist Church supports our law enforcement officers and civil servants as they rededicate themselves to immaculate service for our country and our God. The Public Hospitals Authority held a graduation ceremony on Thursday, February 16th at the British Colonial Hilton Hotel for persons who participated in the Clinical Pastoral Education Program under the theme Agents of Hope. Graduating from the program were Pastors Edwardson Fleur, Leonardo Ramming, and Andrew Burrows, along with Miriam Knowles and Andrew Barrett. The Clinical Pastoral Education Program was designed to be non-denominational, with its focus being to meet human needs. It is seen as an excellent tool that can assist in any area of society, whether it is in hospitals, schools, prisons, or churches. Well, almost 300 persons registered on Monday, February 20th for the 8 Weeks to Wellness program. The opening was held at the Living Faith Seventh-day Adventist Church on Old Trail Road. Dr. Ida Mae Hanna, Health Ministries Director for the South Bahamas Conference, conducted the orientation of the participants. The guest speaker was Dr. Jerry Eichmanns, the Pan-American Health Organization representative in the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Dr. Eichmanns shared her excitement about the initiative and outlined the danger of ignoring the basic principles of health. She encouraged the participants to continue throughout the entire 8 weeks and assured them that the World Health Organization would hear about this effort in the Bahamas. Your last opportunity to be a part of this program is on Monday, February 27th, where final registration will be held at 5:30 p.m. at the Old Bahamas Academy site on Wolf Road. This weekend in the South Bahamas Conference, the Youth Department of the Living Faith Seventh-day Adventist Church is having an Historians AY presentation. Do you know how Seventh-day Adventism got started in the Bahamas? Well, get information not from books, but from as close as we can get to the source of it all. Come and hear their story, your story, our story. Bring somebody with you to this informative presentation of Adventism in the Bahamas at 4:30 p.m. at the Living Faith Church on Old Trail Road. The Great Gospel Commission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church to go into all the world, preach, teach, and baptize has materialized locally through a very important ministry. The South Bahamas Conference Prison Ministry has been in operation for almost 4 years and was initiated by its coordinator, Pastor Leo Roll, along with a favorite musical group known as Harmonious Praise. The coordinator is pleased about the strides the ministry has made.
That even those who are incarcerated need to hear the good word and the good news of salvation. And we believe that this is one of the ways also that we can help also in the Reformation process.
He also credited the many volunteers for the success of the program.
Prisoners realize what we are doing. They appreciate it. They look forward to seeing us every Sabbath. And if we are late, they're wondering, where are the Adventists? They're not here yet. We had female, we had maximum, medium, and a female prisoner. Now we are given remand. And so we must have been doing something good by God's grace.
My first visit, the faces of those inmates, it was lacking of the expression of the appreciation of life that God has promised us. And the hardness. But as we went on, man, those faces began to come alive.
Yeah. The warmth, the fellowship, the giving and receiving. I must say the residents there at the prison, they not only warm, but they are ready.
It's a joy. I count it a joy and a privilege to tell others of the love of Jesus. What God has done for me, He could do the same for them.
Pastor Roll is calling for more men to get involved in this ministry. So to volunteer your time to this worthy cause, call the number on the screen or sign up at the South Bahamas Conference headquarters on Tonic Williams Darling Highway. In news from the North, the Women's Ministry Department of the North Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists visited Rand Memorial Hospital in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Care packages containing basic essentials for needy patients were distributed during the event. The ministry's director, Arlene Sands, commended the local leaders and all those who gave unselfishly to this project. Receiving the packages on behalf of the Rand Memorial Hospital were Patsy Johnson, Catherine Weish, and Calvin Parker. Also in attendance were Pastor Brian Tinker, President of the North Bahamas Conference, along with Tonya Palmer, Conference Treasurer. The Go 1 Million initiative was launched recently at the Marsh Harbor Seventh-day Adventist Church by Pastor Peter Kerr, Executive Secretary of the Atlantic Caribbean Union Mission. The meetings began on Sabbath, February 11th, with a day of prayer and fasting. During the nightly meetings, Pastor Kerr focused on the identity of the Holy Spirit and the power and promises contained in the Bible. The children were also blessed by Pastor Kerr's friendly and gentle approach. Many of them gave their hearts to the Lord and are being prepared for baptism. On Sabbath, February 18th, all of heaven rejoiced as 8 precious souls were added to the Lord's family. The meetings ended on Sunday, February 19th, and those in attendance were blessed as the Holy Spirit spoke through Pastor Kerr. The Vision 1 Million initiative is a 5-year program of the Adventist Church in Inter-America aimed at equipping 1 million of its members with the skills and tools to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. In Adventist World News, in North America, a new child protection program from the Seventh-day Adventist Church's Risk Management Organization is encouraging the church's ongoing efforts to shield minors from abuse and misconduct. Arthur Blinchy, Adventist Risk Management Vice President and Chief Risk Management Officer, said that through the training for adults and children, as well as background screening for employees and volunteers who work closely with minors, Adventist Risk Management's Children Protection Plan equips local leaders to make the church a safe place. In part, the mission of the organization is to help protect the ministries of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and this includes children's and youth ministries, pathfinders, and adventurers, which are the core component of that mission. Blinchy said that faith-based communities have a moral, ethical, and legal responsibility to protect children from harm when they're in their care. Phyllis Washington, Children's Ministries Director for the North American Division, further noted that the abuse of children is not only prevalent in society, but is also occurring within the church. She said that by recognizing the problem exists in our congregations, we are taking a crucial step toward providing a safe environment, restoring trust, promoting healing, and ultimately preventing child abuse. Officials from ARM said that even though the program may not fully apply to the World Church due to differences in reporting laws, some of its elements are universally relevant and can be tailored to fit local needs. For more information on this, visit the Adventist Risk Management website at www.adventistrisk.org. Well, this has been your news update from around the Bahamas and the world. On behalf of the production team, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm Andrea Musgrove for Adventist TV.